Welcome to the Bond Briefing. I'm Monty, and today we're exploring why Martin Campbell should direct Bond 26. Campbell isn't just any director. He's the man who redefined James Bond not once but twice, giving us two of the greatest films in the franchise, Goldeneye and Casino Royale. Let's dive into why he's the perfect candidate to lead the next 007 installment. To understand Martin Campbell's importance to the Bond franchise, we need to go back to 1995. Goldeneye wasn't just another Bond movie. It was a rebirth. The Cold War was over. Timothy Dalton had stepped away from the role, and the series faced an identity crisis. Bond had to evolve to stay relevant, and that's where Campbell came in. Martin Campbell's direction in Goldeneye was nothing short of revolutionary. From the breathtaking opening bungee jump to the tense tank chase in St. Petersburg, Campbell brought a modern energy that appealed to audiences of the 90s. But it wasn't just about the action. Goldeneye also introduced Pierce Brosnan as a Bond who balanced charm, wit, and grit. Campbell knew exactly how to frame Brosnan's debut, giving him scenes that cemented his place as a worthy successor to Sean Connery and Roger Moore. And let's not forget the film's thematic weight. Campbell brought a sharper edge to Bond's world. He introduced Judi Dench as M, delivering a critique of Bond's outdated worldview while still celebrating what makes 007 iconic. Under Campbell's direction, the series didn't just survive, it thrived, grossing over $350 million and proving Bond could thrive in a post-Cold War world. Fast forward to 2006. After Die Another Day, the series faced another turning point. Critics were calling Bond outdated, too reliant on gadgets, and lacking emotional depth. Enter Martin Campbell once again, tasked with rebooting the franchise for a new generation. And what did he deliver? Casino Royale, a masterpiece that redefined what a Bond movie could be. Campbell's direction in Casino Royale stripped Bond back to basics. Gone were the invisible cars and over-the-top villains. Instead, we got raw, grounded action, like the jaw-dropping parkour chase in Madagascar. Campbell's use of practical effects and handheld camera work made every punch, every explosion feel real. This wasn't just action for the sake of spectacle, it was storytelling through motion. But Campbell's brilliance wasn't limited to action. Casino Royale gave us one of the most compelling love stories in the series. The chemistry between Daniel Craig and Eva Green's Vesper Lind was electric, and their relationship added layers of vulnerability to Bond we hadn't seen before. Campbell's direction allowed us to see Bond as more than a suave spy. He was a man with flaws, capable of heartbreak. This emotional depth was a game-changer for the series. Of course, we can't talk about Casino Royale without mentioning the moment Daniel Craig cemented his legacy, the final scene where he utters, "The name's Bond, James Bond." Campbell's ability to craft this scene as the culmination of Bond's transformation was nothing short of genius. It wasn't just a cool line. It was a promise that this was a new Bond for a new era. So, what makes Martin Campbell so special as a director? It's his ability to adapt Bond to the times while staying true to the character's core. With Goldeneye, he brought Bond into the modern era. With Casino Royale, he gave us a gritty, emotionally complex 007. And both times, he delivered films that weren't just great Bond movies, they were great movies, period. Campbell's talent extends beyond Bond. He directed The Mask of Zorro, another film that balanced action, humor, and character development perfectly. His ability to handle big-budget action while maintaining a focus on story and character is why he's the ideal choice for Bond 26. Now, let's think about the future. With No Time to Die closing the Daniel Craig era, Bond is at another crossroads. A new actor will take the mantle, and the series needs to reintroduce itself to the world once again. Who better to handle that challenge than the man who's done it twice already? Campbell understands Bond's legacy, but he's not afraid to take risks to push the character forward. The proof is in the films. Ask any Bond fan, and Goldeneye and Casino Royale consistently rank among the best in the series. That's no coincidence. It's Martin Campbell's touch. He knows how to craft a Bond film that appeals to die-hard fans while bringing in new audiences. If you want Bond 26 to succeed, you need someone who understands both the weight of tradition and the necessity of innovation. Martin Campbell has proven himself twice. He's the director who brings Bond back to life when the franchise needs it most. His ability to balance action, emotion, and reinvention is exactly what Bond 26 needs. As fans, we deserve another chapter as thrilling and timeless as Goldeneye and Casino Royale. And if there's one man who can deliver that, it's Martin Campbell. Should Martin Campbell return for Bond 26? Let us know in the comments below. This has been the Bond Briefing. I'm Monty, and as always, keep your martinis shaken, not stirred.